So, y'all, usual sequence of events occurred, and like usual, outpouring spirit, followed by Jesus, the light of heaven, the spirit of God, the waters above heaven, and the firmament itself, heaven, that is the bread of life that comes down, rains down on man, and helps him live eternally. It's the bread that lives to eternity, that lasts everlasting. Yeah, so like when I do that, the opening in the heaven is, it's the sun, so the sun shoots out these protons and neutrons or electrons to accommodate these changes onto the planet. And then it causes volcanic eruptions because the energy builds up and heats up all that. And then those volcanic eruptions cause earthquakes. And it also causes these buildups that cause these super bolts that they're igniting flammable substances that are not normally reachable because they're protected by external sources. But it'll ignite it because the super bolt will just ignite the already um, reserved energy inside of these devices, these energy um, storing substances that they're using, like oil or a bomb or whatever it is. You'll ignite it, and but also these bolts can ignite things as well, like that one where you had that first explosion, and then there's a secondary explosion of like a nuke. I believe it was somewhere in the Middle East or something like that, like Iran maybe. Well, might have been a different country, I don't remember. But basically, because it's been happening all over the place, China, everywhere, like they'll have these plant explosions because they have this stuff that is ignitable. Well, that basically happens over and over again. And then in California, I've been telling y'all that's the ring of fire. That's where everything's really dangerous and stuff. You got to be careful of that because that ring of fire has all this highly energetic material, like gold and all that stuff is it's got all these rare earth minerals and stuff that are highly energized and that have been moved from Africa and places like that. And that's causing the poles to move and stuff. That's a long story, but I'm gonna get into this a little bit with y'all real quick. Let me show you. See, on the 20th, what did I do on the 20th? I really put it on the 19th, so I was ahead of time like usual, but it was the nighttime on the 19th, so it was technically the 20th according to Hebrew culture. And also the 17th was a good echo because these holy days, like on the 7th, which was my birthday, and all this stuff started kind of kicking up because of that. Things echo 10 days later usually, and then a month later as well, obviously. And so the 7th usually an interesting day. That's the day I was born on, and plus, I've been blessing it and stuff like that. So also on the 20th, you see what's happening right here. That's just the energy. It's heating up the waters as well because the waters are the top of volcanoes, and energy is heat for the most part, from what I can tell. And then on the 17th, you see.
First, that emergency unfolding right now when authorities called an historic lightning siege, setting off hundreds of fires. The governor of California declaring a state of emergency tonight.
I actually started a new power on the 17th, technically.
I went outside. It was the roar of the fire that I'd never heard anything like that in my life.
Fire coming down the hill. So we're leaving. Thousands in the region woke up in the middle of the night to find ominous scenes.
Fires are burning out of control all over California, including around a dozen of 1,000 acres or more. Enormous clouds of smoke mounted into the sky.
Turned to darkness. The sun and the moon.
Blazes began with thousands of lightning strikes spawned by unusual dry thunderstorms hitting.
Unusual dry thunderstorms. This doesn't usually happen because of just pure power that I had built up that seems to get trapped through there because the sun highly interactive with these kind of things. The sun literally goes north to south based on density. Like if the north has more ice, it comes that direction because it's more dense. And then while it's doing that, the south's getting more ice, so then it comes back that direction. You see,
Thousands of lightning strikes spawned by
you see these lightning bolts. What did I tell you? Like, and then that's what caused the fire. It's this energy, and it's also the bolts. You don't want to be around the area. That's Babylon. That's like the Babylon area, and they did some people dirty in that area. So specifically people of color. So, and every time I've been to heaven, I've heard nothing but Negroid people singing. That's how they sounded. It sounded like Negroid people. But anyway,
unusual dry thunderstorms hitting on one of the hottest nights of the year.
A rare sight across the skies of the Bay Area, photos and videos flooding into the newsroom all day.
Some breaking news, a series of earthquakes rocking Baja California.
And then just a day later, it's followed by the earthquakes.
The strongest of magnitude 5.1. People across San Diego County felt the impact of them.
Because as the volcanoes erupt over and over again, it causes the earthquakes.
1 magnitude quakes hit around 8:30 this morning, about 40 miles. And we don't always see them coming this quickly in bursts where you're seeing them different magnitudes. Is there something unusual about this?
Like gamma ray burst. 4.2, forever 4. Forever 4. And then 2 witnesses.
5.1 magnitude earthquake. And yet we're having aftershocks here, 4.5, 4.4, 4.3. In other words,
forever 4.
The same size. That's why I'm suspecting that we're triggering other nearby faults into action as well. So we're
You're not triggering nothing. I'm triggering. It's called my outpouring sphere is hitting that whole area, activating all those volcanoes on the whole planet, not just your area. You just care about yourselves. You don't care about these other countries getting devastated. And so it has, just like this, they call that a complex of the fires being all over and connecting to each other. Same things happen with the earthquakes, because these are volcanoes
sort of having a
causing earthquakes
distributed on more than one fault.
On every fault.
6.5 earthquake that struck the central Philippines, killing 1 person and injuring dozens more. A family in Masbate province were left trapped
See?
in their house collapsed.
All these earthquakes the very next day.
But authorities don't want people to prepare for aftershocks. Jamila Anadolin is joining me live from Manila. This is coming at a particularly bad time, isn't it? Because the country is already going through an economic downturn.
They have also raised the alert of around 4 volcanoes in many parts of the southern Luzon and central Luzon region, looking at the activity of these volcanoes. It remains to be seen.
Oh, you see? She talking about the volcanoes now. She gets it. Listen.
These have direct relations to the earthquake that happened a few hours ago.
See, a direct connection to these earthquakes. The volcanoes are connected. I've been telling y'all this. And then a day later.
Start of fire season in the Amazon, but it's already the worst in a decade.
From the 20th.
Brazil's National Institute for Space Research is reporting a total of 6,300 blazes in July, 28% more than for the same period in 2019.
Is in one of the hottest places on the planet.
Snowballing, in other words, exponentially growing.
Today, a 4.8 magnitude earthquake struck Death Valley National Park. It happened right around 10:30 this morning.
4.8.
Reports of damage to park buildings or roads. The quake that follows a week of record heat there. It was 130 degrees on Sunday.
High winds are fanning the flames. A resident of Lassen County.
Well, I tell you, when I upon my spirit, it blows down stars' untimely fix. The solar wind kicks up. It blows these comets and things down.
Video of this rare funnel-shaped fire tornado whirling across burning grasslands. California and much of the southwestern United States are in the grip of a brutal heat wave, following months of extremely
Yet these idiots try and pretend that the sun is at a minimum.
dry weather.
A blistering heat wave, intense
Gets hotter every year.
and now far too many wildfires. All of it taxing overwhelmed firefighters and residents.
as fires are scorching California. Veteran firefighters say they've never seen such extreme conditions. In recent years, the winds... This fire is made to run. See those flames behind me? The embers are burning.
We've been through a lot of fires in this area. Nothing like this. It was like the entire wall of the forest was just coming at us down the road.
Get out of Babylon.
To escape flames pushed by heat and wind.
Up and down the street, there's quite a few homes and structures that are burning right now.
Near Vacaville, a city of 100,000 northeast of San Francisco, multiple fires are tearing through
Lightning siege.
6,000 acres scorched.
I mean, think about it. You actually have a whirling column of air with wind speeds possibly exceeding 60, 70, 80, maybe even 100 miles per hour on fire. The fire NATO warning came in the afternoon, not seen in California since 2018. The strongest tornado in state history emerged out of the Car Fire, an EF3 with over 136 mile-per-hour winds. The size of the latest fire NATO is unclear. Officials say Thursday that multiple wildfires have now burned into each other, creating massive spans of flames called complexes.
Overnight, another onslaught from an ever-expanding inferno. A full-fledged air attack in a desperate race to save homes and lives as flames
See,
across hillsides.
she talked about the fire complex.
Escape routes.
Worst fire. We've been through a lot of fires.
Many of the fires exploding with no warning, leaving residents little time to escape.
The sky, which I've never seen before, was totally glowing red all around.
We are experiencing fires the likes of which we haven't seen in many, many years.
Fires are raging over a 100-mile stretch from Napa's wine country to the Santa Cruz Mountains. The San Francisco Bay Area smothered by some of the worst air quality on the planet.
Many of the fires were sparked by an unprecedented amount of lightning earlier this week. Nearly 11,000 lightning strikes were
You see the lightning.
reported in a span of just 72 hours. The extraordinary conditions were triggered by severe thunderstorms, coupled with hot desert air from Arizona and Nevada, and moisture from a tropical storm off the coast of Mexico.
I wish they would make up their mind. Is it moisture or dryness that's the issue?
Well, we've seen a lot of wild weather this weekend, but take a look at this video shared with us on Twitter. There's a phenomenon ultra rare known as ball lightning. Can't really say if that's an example, but scientists can't really explain the phenomenon either, other than the fact that it looks like a ball of lightning exploding. Kind of looks like that, and sometimes leaves behind a sulfur smell. So incredible video shared with us tonight, and very cool we get to share it with you as well.
Now look at that. California health officials reporting the state's first case of plague in 5 years. El Dorado County officials say the patient is a local resident who is likely bitten by an
Famines and pestilences.
walking a dog near South Lake Tahoe. California's last plague case was in 2015 when a child contracted
Another sign of my presence,
Park. The state's last reported case before that was in 2006.
according to the Bible, at least.
Who would have thought that 2020 would be like this? It's just insane. So just hug your family, tell people you love them, and stay safe.
This spring, the Bay Area is partly surrounded by a series of major wildfires, threatening thousands of homes and blanketing the region with dangerous smoke.
This morning, a South Florida town is breathing a sigh of relief after a scary tornado touchdown. A waterspout forms out in the water only to land near Golden Beach.
Tornado time, baby. Right out our window.
The viewer stayed relatively calm while watching this outside his window. Cell phone video shows a waterspout off the coast of Golden Beach near Aventura.
It pretty much looked like the sky was all black and it was dark.
Chopper 4 was overhead after to see some of the minor damage left behind, like outside furniture being tossed into the ocean. The town of Golden Beach sent us pictures of downed trees.
Yeah, and then there's a locust.
While swarms of locusts have been spreading in the Middle East and India in the past couple of weeks, destroying crops, a different breed has appeared in southern regions of China. China's state-run CCTV
Yeah, I
reported
created
that
that one.
swarms of locusts appeared in southern Yunnan province, damaging 103 square kilometers in 4 prefectures. The report also said the locust first appeared in late June, but is a different species from the desert locust that's been sweeping the Middle East, Pakistan, and India.
A different species. See?
Now, Kenya has been hit by a second wave of locusts after billions of these tiny insects swarmed across the nation earlier in the year. In Turkana County, swarms of locusts have caused large-scale damage to standing crops, leading to farmers in a state of despair about their near future.
Desert locusts swarming the Turkana County have been on a rampage in what experts are calling the worst invasion the country has seen in 70 years.
70. Gotta love that. Lucky 7. Yeah, let's say it's splitting it in two or something like that. Forever 2. Well, forever 4. Yeah. Now you know. Now you know why it's all going on. Like usual, I'm right. Check out my other videos you want to learn more about it.